The graphic painting seemed to depict Fred's cat. This is the painting and its foreboding title. There are many analog horror series I've watched over the years.
My burns.
Of every one I watch, 30 more are made. The quality of which varies a lot. Now, after the next main channel video, I'm going to be working on a video all about analog horror, but in order to do that, I need to watch a bunch of analog horror to see if the genre is worth talking about. Which is exactly what I'm doing today. Against my better judgment, I'm watching The Painter, an analog horror series by urbanspook. I've never seen it before. I didn't even know what an urbanspook was until I streamed it. It's definitely a series that I've watched, that's for sure. But is it as bad as everyone says it is? I guess I'll be the judge of that. Get your glasses ready and be prepared to take a shot every single time I mention narrative framing devices in this video. And make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it at the end of the video. Subscribe for more content and comment down below the best horror production you've ever watched and let the audience judge you. That's enough from me. Enjoy the rest of the video. Afternoon, morning, evening, or night. How are you guys doing on this fine Saturday night? You guys doing good? You guys doing great? Synonyms for good, antonyms for bad, antonyms for good, synonyms for bad. If you're having a bad day, Lord knows I'm about to make your day so much worse. I'm really joking. I hope I can make your day a little bit better. Hello, YouTube. Hello, MTV. I feel like this video needs a lot of context. Editor, I want you to put every single possible warning for what I'm about to watch on the screen right now. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff, right? And now you're wondering, what the fuck? How are you gonna be able to watch this? Trust me, if my editor's a good editor, then they'll find a way. The context in question is that there is a series that I haven't watched, and you guys are probably wondering, how the fuck have I not watched it? And it's because I'm not online. I'm not online. Now, I have very big and outward opinions about analog horror in general. In fact, my most head-ass take is that there's only two good ones. That's Local 58 and Gemini Home Entertainment, and maybe Morley Grove, but that's found footage. Maybe Anna Walton Files, sorry, three good ones. I don't like watching a lot of web series because when it comes to standards of analog horror, only Local 58 and Gemini got the whole format right. With that context in question, today we're watching a controversial one, and it goes by the name of The Painter by urbanspook. I haven't seen any of it, and before we even start, there is one issue that I already have. Why would you put analog horror in the title? Like, this is one pet peeve that I have about analog horror content creators is immersion. The reason why things like Local 58 worked is because Local 58 as a concept never broke character. From what I recall, Chris Straub kept everything about Local 58 separate from his personal accounts, and not many horror creators do that anymore. They instantly go out of their way to break their character and start thanking their fans for, oh yeah, thanks for 20,000 subscribers on my analog horror production. A lot of these series would be a lot more enjoyable if you stay in character and don't go out of your way to break it, even for something like a good milestone. I haven't seen this before. The only discourse that I've seen about it is that everyone's like, wow, this is really edgy. Now, you know me, I've seen edgy shit. I've seen the bottom of the barrel with regards to really depraved horror content. Let's go for it. I think it's in, I don't know whether there's an actual running order, but I have no idea what this is about. I'm just gonna start with Faces, which I believe is the first one, and let's just go right into it. Warning, the following footage may be disturbing to some audiences. Some of them. 6 months ago, police found 3 paintings stored away in an abandoned storage area, each titled after recent murders. First victim was Carla Gray, found with 36 stab wounds to the face and all her teeth removed. 36 stab wounds? Isn't that a bit overkill? On the back of the first painting, the title, Carla's Teeth, was written. So they turned them British. This is the painting. Bro! Wait, is this actually painted? That's gnarly. Did they take the wait, hang on. I need the context. So what did they do? 36 stab wounds to the face and all her teeth removed. So is this before or after? Because where's everything else? Second victim was Jackie Graham, found drowned with 27 stab wounds in the perineum. Oh, in the perineum. That's she was alive during the stabbing. Her painting is called Floating Jackie. This is the painting. Last victim was James Miller, found with his face torn off and his wrist slit open. Aye! Autopsy showed that James was alive for several days without a face. I'm calling bollocks on that one. Are you telling me they went Funky Town and did it? No. Several days? No. All right, let's see James's secret face. Ooh, okay, I'm not gonna lie. That painting is a bit hard. 2 months later, several more paintings were discovered. What? Where? I feel like I'm being really, really mean on it now, but I feel like I need to make sure I set my expectations because I've never seen this before. All I'm seeing is that it's a serial killer that's painting their victims before or after the murder. It's one of the two. However, the titles of these paintings did not seem to be connected to any known cases at the time. Here are the other paintings and their titles. Wax Doll Tom, Lisa's Secret Face, Hanging Jimmy. Fuck. I looked at that one. I remember Senor Pello's that mocking video with oh man, oh my god. After going public with the case and sharing the paintings in hope of saving anyone that may be depicted, the police received 3 photos in the mail, all of them also titled. The photos appear to depict the victims, James Miller, Jackie Graham, and Jimmy. James, okay. Jackie, okay. Jimmy, take out the dog. If anyone knows anything about these photos or paintings, please contact 985-455-9560. One final painting titled Self-Portrait was found 2 days ago. This is the painting. Bro, your hairline, bro. Bro, your barber fucked you up, bro.
My hairline stops here.
So that's it. All right, I'm gonna have to dissect this first one. So the framing device seems to be a serial killer kills people and then paints the victims. That's a decent hook. What I'm not too sure about is the way they're framing it here. Let me see the description if they describe what these are supposed to be. I just started converting VHS tapes to digital and I found a bunch of tapes in the basement of my apartment complex. This was on one of... I don't know. If it's in the basement of the apartment complex they're at and they found all these tapes, it's definitely setting up for them being the next victim. However, how are these tapes made? Who are these tapes for? I feel like you could probably do something a little bit better than just having the tapes show up like this, because it feels like the way that it's... Okay, let me play it again. 6 months ago, police found 3 paintings stored away in an abandoned storage area, each titled after recent murders. So this, it's already not an internal tape, because if it was, you probably would have had something a little bit better than just, oh yeah, 6 months ago, police found these. Because was this supposed to be a television broadcast or a PSA? The paintings in a vacuum, the paintings are creepy. What I don't get is what the framing device is supposed to be. I feel like you can instantly do something a little bit better by having this be an internal tape that they found that was made and was only supposed to be viewed by either detectives or the police department. Then you've instantly got a better narrative than what's going on here. It's like if you wanted to do this whole thing about each victim has this painting and this is what happened to them, this kind of detail should only be for the police department. If you started this by saying that this is confidential and no one else should see this other than people in the police department because we want to get this person, then it would have been a little bit better, because realistically, who is going to look at this and be like, oh my God, this is like really fucked up. We need to find this serial killer. The narrative is not working here. That's one way of improving it, because the hook is that a despicable serial killer paints their victims. I think that's a decent hook, personally. I feel like this, you shouldn't have this. You have all of these paintings, but having this at the end of it doesn't work. Where it's like, oh, if anyone knows anything about these photos or paintings, realistically, what would you say to that if you knew about it? I don't think you'd see crime channels like do this. It would have been a bit scarier if it was censored. If you either censored it and it was for public and then had an uncensored version for internal, the scares would have hit harder because the paintings themselves are creepy. Let's say you had something like this only show up internally. Only the police department had access to this. I don't know. That's just me though. The device of it being tapes doesn't work here. If it was me, I'd either have a website that has all of this or have two versions of the same broadcast. One of them would be the censored version and the other one would be uncensored and would have all of this only for internal usage and it's confidential. They don't want anyone to know that this person's still at large. That was Faces. Let's go on to the next one. The Lighthouse. Viewer discretion is advised. See, I understand him putting this there, but I feel like I don't know. Anyway, let me just play it. The Lighthouse. No similarity to, I better see Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson in the very next frame or else I'm going to be disappointed. 4 weeks ago, a police officer named Bill Collins went missing along with his wife and 2 daughters. You don't look like Robert Pattinson. Bill had previously discovered this painting in his home, clueless to how it could have ended up there. Yeah, I remember the self-portrait. While searching Bill's house, the police found one of his daughters hanging by the neck from the ceiling in the attic. Now, why would she be doing that? She was only 2 months. Now, why would she be doing that at 2 months old? The Collins family's car was found 12 days later by the ocean side. Okay? In the car, the police found a painting titled Long-Necked Angel. Huh? Angel was indeed the name of the youngest daughter found in the attic. Huh? Long-necked... Bro, why would you like, okay, I don't know, lads. So why would you, what? The search would lead to an old lighthouse standing just a few miles away from the abandoned, wait, okay, so, hang on, I need to watch that again. So he went missing 4 weeks ago. Is this supposed to be supernatural or anything? So this painting, hold on, no, I need to make a note of this. I need to see that previous video, hang on. One final painting titled Self-Portrait was found 2 days ago. Bill had previously discovered this painting in his home. So where did they discover it? Who discovered it? So Bill had previously discovered the self-portrait, right? Okay. While searching Bill's house, the police found one of his doors hanging by the neck from the ceiling of the attic. So what happened? And more importantly, where's this set? Is this set in America? Because unless they got caught by surprise, that serial killer should be dead by now. You're a police officer. You should be vigilant. You should have domed him instantly. Again, this is like the framing device doesn't work here. Is this for internal usage or not? Because they're talking about a police officer getting The Collins family car was found 12 days later by the ocean side. In the car, the police found the painting titled Long-Necked Angel. So I've seen my fair share of disturbing stuff. What I'm seeing here is I'm just mainly frustrated because the initial hook is good. The execution is not. I feel like you could do something really, really good with this. I've just been offering ways to improve it, in my personal opinion. Angel was indeed the name of the youngest daughter found in the attic, okay? So the paint, what I want to know is how long it took them to paint this. Was it a live painting or what? The lighthouse hadn't been in use for several years, okay? On the door to the lighthouse, an abstract face was painted in red, okay? This is the painting. Oh my God! It's a mask! Inside, the charred corpse of a missing teenager named Daniel Williams was found, okay? Police later proceeded into the tunnels under the lighthouse. Oh my God. Here, the police would find 2 more corpses belonging to Jennifer White and her daughter Lisa White. They'd be missing for 7 months. Lastly, the police found a moist barrel emitting a foul stench. The barrel was filled with mangled meat and bones. Tests later showed that it belonged to the rest of the Collins family. The test also showed extreme volumes of amphetamine. Photos of the Collins family moments before death was found scattered around the barrel, okay? Here are the photos. Oh, okay. That looks like a creepypasta jump scare. I feel like I've seen, I know this is painted, but I feel like I've seen this I'm sorry, that one was a bit. Lastly, there was a 4th photo depicting an unknown face. All right, so is there anything else? All right, that's it. Okay, that was the lighthouse. Sorry. This specific face, that's the kind of face when you're staring at something in a microwave. Let's dissect this. So what you're saying, the way the serial killer works, they send the paintings to their victims and then they kill them and then they paint the victims to send to other people. Is that that's what I'm getting at so far? It feels like it's a creepypasta kind of hook. right? Where it's like the serial killer does some despicable stuff, killing children, killing everyone, and painting the victims and mocking the dead victims and everything. But then you're like, what's this tape for? In fact, wait, let me check if the description has anything. I just started converting VHS tapes to digital, and I found a bunch of tapes in the basement of my apartment complex. This is the second one I've digitized. So they make a painting of that. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm thinking about this. So is the painter like trying to lead them on a wild goose chase? Is this meant to be like a Zodiac killer thing where the painter leads the police on a wild goose chase while they keep painting more victims? They'd been missing for 7 months. It's kind of weird that they hadn't really found out about this painter fellow. I think you're putting way more thought into it than the creator ever did. I don't know. I feel like they're remnants of something. Like, I don't want to be that kind of person saying, oh, I'm odd. I've seen like disturbing shit. I've seen Human Centipede 2. I've seen a Serbian film. I've seen disturbing, and they're executed poorly. I'm not going to make excuses. It's kind of failing narrative-wise. Is this meant to be for people on YouTube to watch? Because if it was, it would have been scarier if it was censored, then had an uncensored version for the department. You need to answer the most important question first. Who is this for? If you're titling the video analog horror, you need to ask yourself, who is it for? How are you going to frame this? Local 58, for example, was a channel that had all this scary stuff happen, and that's the hook. Gemini, you had the stuff about the moon, but it was in a tight narrative device, which was about the organization Gemini Home Entertainment. This, on the other hand, I found tapes. It feels like it's a creepypasta where it's the kind of stuff where you'd be like, I found some tapes in the basement and they had some really disturbing images. Like, this would be exactly what you would find on the creepypasta wiki circa 2017. Like, and I'm not saying you need all this world building. If you had something as simple as this was a confidential police tape, my dad's a policeman. I'm gonna say it right now. In terms of a despicable, evil serial killer doing cartoonishly fucked up things, I don't really have a problem with the character like that. I feel like it's fine making a production about an evil character. It feels like it's a showcase of the work. That's it. That's my issue with the way they're going about this. It's like, you look at it and you're like, look how fucked up this is. It would have been so much better if it was the police trying to catch this person. If you went out of the way to have this on a webpage, or even not breaking character, you know how much better it would have been if you made a fictional police department where you had these paintings saying, we found this, we found that, we found this as well, we found these paintings with the context, with when they found it. If you did that, it goes back to the original point about breaking character. If you had that, then this would be infinitely better. When you add other descriptions saying, the baby was 2 months old and they got hung by the neck in a room, it's like, I mean, the picture's scary enough, but did we really need to know that, like, this 2-month-old baby got hung by the neck in the attic of a building in which the rest of the family got brutally murdered? I don't think we needed to know all of that. This kind of information would have been something that only the detective needs to know. I also think that this is kind of funny. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've seen this exact, I don't know whether Urban Spook painted like the eyes and the teeth, but I swear to God, I've seen this exact, and I mean this exact combination. The way the teeth are, the way the eyes are and the nose are, I swear to God, I've seen that before. Editor, go on the internet and find that. I feel like I've seen this. Was the lighthouse. Let's go over to the next one. Here we go. Corey Beck, age 11. Margaret Beck, age 11. So we've already got them age 11. 10 days ago, the Beck twins went missing. There's not even a warning for this one. 5 days later, their bodies were discovered inside an abandoned paper mill factory. An abandoned paper mill factory? Why can't you just like leave them outside a hospital or something, man? However, the state of the bodies were found in a gruesome condition. Oh wait, before I continue, I need to see the description. Is this just like, all right, let me see this. It's the same description. God damn it, it's the same description. Only the upper body of Margaret and the lower body of Corey could be located. The twins' bodies had been sewn together in a sloppy manner. Once again, who made this? Like, who made the tape? The rest of their bodies have still not been found. Margaret's neck and jaw was broken in several places. A clay brick had violently been shoved down a... Okay. The word meat had been written on the brick. Corey's genitalia had been removed by pulling for... What? How do... Wait. How do you know... How do you know that? How do... Wait. How do you know? Imagine being like the forensics, having to look at the body and like, his dick just got pulled off by pulling force. Like in an autopsy, would they wait? As in an autopsy, you'd know that it's been removed, but like, okay, I need to keep playing this. Hold on. 1 week before their disappearance, Corey had been dared by 2 of his friends to spend an hour in a remote cabin near Tiger Lake. Bruh, your friends are dickheads. His friends are dickheads. Why would you take that as a dare? That was a setup. It was a stick up. It was a setup. I am sorry, but those aren't friends. 11 years old. Who in their right mind would at 11 be like, oh, I dare you to spend an hour in the remote cabin? Who would? No. One of his friends is in on it. It's in on the whole conspiracy. There's no shot. They hated him. For how much? For a dare? Okay, seriously, chat, I want to know right now, comment section, how much would you do this for? Because at 11, nah, I'm telling my parents first. There is no way. 1 hour in a remote cabin at the grand old age of 11. No. I would 100% take being called a chicken over doing that. I'd do it for a kebab and some weed. Richard, no, you would at 11. That right there is the kind of shit. That's that type of shit where you would go to your parents instantly and be like, my friends told me to do this. Bro, your own parents would go there to their parents and probably fight them. I want to know, did they justify the reason? Is that meant to be a satellite view of it, or is that meant to be his body? Allegedly, Corey went inside alone with his digital camera while his friends waited outside. But why would your friends? No, nah. You could that was a setup. I don't think these are Corey's friends. After just 4 minutes, Corey ran out screaming that he'd seen a face. According to his friends, wait. How? I'm going to have to continue. We'll get back to this specific slide a little later. While investigating the cabin, police found a wardrobe connected to a crawl space inside the walls. Corey's camera was found on the floor inside this open wall cavity. This is what was on the camera. Was it in a whoa, hang on. Was it in a cabin or was it a cave? Holy hell. Oh my God, a stick. Is that a stick? I saw something. Is this meant to be a video? Hi. Wait. This reminds me of that jump scare image. That one image that Mutaha laughed really hard at. This face is believed to be connected to the disappearance of Corey and Margaret Beck. If you recognize this person, please contact So is it a private investigation team? Let's look back at this. So the Beck twins went missing, age 11. 5 days later, the bodies were discovered inside an abandoned paper mill factory. Okay. Upper body and the lower body was sewn together. See, at first I thought it was meant to be internal police investigation, but is this meant to be like a crime channel? And also, Corey Beck. Fuck Toy Corey. I have a feeling I know where this is going. Let me go back to this slide right here. This is gonna be such a weird T9 video because it's gonna be me just like thinking. I feel like it's just one big think emoji. Okay, so this slide, I take a bit of issue with. How do you know how long it was? Was it a video or was it a photo? After just 4 minutes of the hour that they were dead to, they ran out screaming that I had seen a face. How do they know this? The things that we don't know about this series so far yet are when it's set and what the tapes are for and who made them, essentially. Sometimes I'll be like, some questions are better left unanswered, but it's not consistent. You have this information dump. You have a list of private paintings that were found by the police. And obviously, this number right here, they want you to contact that number because it's an ongoing investigation. It feels like more of a creepypasta than straight up analog horror. Like, I ain't see the narrative device working here. All right, anyway, that was in the walls. Let's go over to the next one. The clue. Okay, so this one has a warning. Yeah, it's just, The following footage may be... Private investigator Sean Kane. Why does that look like Lin-Manuel Miranda? Vice President. Private investigator Sean Kane have... That's a rookie error. Private investigator Sean Kane have been helping police to locate victims connected to several paintings. What the? Honestly and truthfully, it's a bit rough. The last body he found before his disappearance was the body of Tom Harris. What is with the background music? Also, one other thing as well. I know this is supposed to be analog, but I really wish they actually used real tapes, because right now it's literally just a low resolution filter. The killer had climbed the drain pipe up to the 3rd floor and entered Tom's apartment through his bedroom window. Blood, just push him! In the living room, a pile of hardened candle wax was found. Ice cream. All right, what is this supposed to be? Inside the pile of wax was the body of Tom Harris. The cause of death was suffocation from the wax. That's wow, that is one way to go out, but was he like knocked out or something? Surely you'd be aware that bro got coomed on so much he died. No! He had to have been drugged. That's a lot of wax. Tom's arms and eyelids had been cut. Wait, he was standing the whole time. A 3rd arm could be found inside the pile of wax. A 3rd arm? We still do not know. We have no idea who this arm belongs to. No, we don't know who this belonged to. Tom Harris. Is he facing to the side while the wax? I'll dissect this one a bit later. 1 week later, investigator Sean went missing from his home. But you suck at being an investigator if you're constantly dealing with managing to get kidnapped by the serial killer as an investigator. I don't know, man. Neighbors of Sean notified police after hearing his dog bark for over 9 hours. 9 hours! Inside, police found a horrid scene. But who is this for? The dog's legs had all been broken. Although dehydrated and suffering, she was still alive. Wait, what? Where's Sean? Where's Sean? Blood trails could be found leading from the bedroom to the kitchen. It took them 9 hours? Like, how do you not clock after like 1? You've been barking for an hour and you don't think that anything's wrong? What if the biggest twist of all was that this was actually Derry? And the painter's just it. I'm not gonna lie, if this turns out to be a big gambit and it actually was Derry or something, and it was it, I would actually be like, wow, that's a good twist. The only clue police could find was that Sean seemed to have deliberately painted the number 2 on the door frame with his own blood. Like, come on. Inside Sean's bedroom, police found a new titled painting clearly resembling Sean, okay? This is the painting and its title. All right. It's gonna be a banger title. The Man in the Pipes. I'm sorry, the face. I'm sorry, the face. Bro, that face. It really isn't that bad of a painting. I feel like with what it's implying, I don't know, it's pretty funny. The perpetrator had entered Sean's house through the basement. Luckily, Luckily, Sean had a surveillance camera installed just a few days earlier. How would you be out here spelling surveillance correctly, but you say luckily? Even though the camera had been destroyed, it still caught a photo of the perpetrator. Wait, what? This is the photo. Yo, what's up? I would say, once again, in a vacuum, I feel like this would be plenty freaky. But I feel like with the context, it ain't there. This image on its own is pretty creepy. I'm gonna give it that. No, I'm going to give it that. With the context saying like, oh yeah, they paint the victims and then enters through the basement. Wow, that actually is it. That's it. What's the description of this one? It's the same description, but just 4th instead. I hope in the next couple of ones, Urban Spook at least mentions what these tapes are for. Because like it's frustrating. You can instantly just have, okay, this is the investigative footage that only private investigators are gonna see. I feel like there could be something more. Like, give me something. This is what we've got so far. There is a serial killer out there. And what the serial killer tends to do is that they'll pick out victims, kill them in a really grotesque way, and then paint them afterwards. That's what we've got with regards to the killer. Now, we don't know who these tapes belong to. The tapes were someone finding tapes in a basement. Nothing more. in those tapes, some of them have warnings, some of them don't. Some of them have a number that you can call if you know about it. Something like Crime Watch. The graphic nature of the images and the spelling errors and the way that it's describing each of the stuff in meticulous detail would make it sound like it's a police it's a police tape, right? It would make it sound like a DCI would enter the tape for all the officers to look at, and this will be the contents of it. But it doesn't, the tape doesn't really get to that. Again, it's like a PowerPoint presentation. The one thing that I haven't really talked shit about are the paintings, because the paintings themselves aren't bad. It's just the narrative around them it's not good. There's not really a narrative. There's not really one, because all we have is that there's a serial killer at large painting the victims. I don't have problems with like the serial killer as a character. Edgy, yes. But you have stuff like Art the Clown from Terrifier 2 torturing someone so hard that they had their daughter walk in on them having their skin torn off with salt and bleach and their body cut while they were still alive. The serial killer angle, don't really care too much about, but it's the way that it's serving in the narrative that it doesn't make sense to me. So now you have a private investigator who's trying to find the victims, right? And he disappears and finds a body that disappears too, which just begs the question. It begs the question, like, what are these tapes? Were the tapes made by the killer? Honestly, I think this series was just made for the guy to show off his artwork. I mean, I'm pretty sure from what I've been told, it was used as a vehicle to show the artwork. But you could make a stronger narrative from it that would have people look at the paintings and also think of questions and wonder what the killer's gonna do next. That was the clue. On to the next one, I guess. I feel like I'm not really getting the whole, I'm not getting the Uber disgust angle yet. Like, what the fuck's the public gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with this information? Oh, the warning's different this time, it's red. 3 days ago, Tina Rosenberg was reported missing along with her boyfriend and younger sister. So, why? I don't know whether Urban Spook has seen it, but do you know what would probably make the narrative a lot better? Watch Zodiac. I don't know if Urban Spook's ever gonna watch this. Watch Zodiac and read more about what the Zodiac killer did. And all that, because it feels like you could do so much more with this. It's falling flat. Her boyfriend, Jack Stryker, wanted to take Tina on a South Coast road trip for her 20th birthday. On the South Coast? Flora Rosenberg, the younger sister of Tina, was also invited for this road trip. It was meant to be private time. Jack, Tina, Flora. Oh, Jack's car was found 2 days ago in the woods. Riddle me this, Batman. Why the woods? There were signs of a struggle inside the car. And you lost? The killer has to be supernatural. Because what do you mean, like, the amount of stuff that the killer's, like, done so far? Like, climbing up to the 3rd floor on a drain pipe without the drain pipe giving way? I refuse to believe that the killer could climb 3 floors on a drain pipe without it collapsing. There was also a painting. I wonder what this painting said. What's the name? Flower Face Flora. I mean, there's definitely a face. While searching the car, police heard screaming from deeper within the woods. Hold on a second. Did you guys hear like a scare cord? Oh, come on. Come on, Urban Spook. You can do better than that. You don't need a sound. While searching the car, police heard screaming from deeper within the woods. Are you telling me that somehow didn't find and apprehend the killer in this episode from what I'm hearing now? I'm not sure about this one. I think the police are kind of useless. Police followed the screams until they found a grisly sight. Tina was found tied to a tree with her feet and arms cut off. Wait, what the? She was still alive and conscious. The mutilated corpse of Flora Rosenberg could also be located. What was the painting this time? Is it going to say there was also a painting? Her head had been smashed in with her So that was supposed to be a painting as well? And also, why would you have that as a jump scare? So she got bonked. Tina told the police that the murderer was still around somewhere. However, no one could be found. Yeah, I think that it has to be supernatural. After escorting Tina from the scene, the police returned to the car and found another painting. The painting had just been put there. The title, Long Jack, had hastily... Spelling, please. The title, Long Jack, had hastily been written on the back. This is the painting. Shrek! Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why it's Shrek but red. Jack has still not been found. In Tina's own words, this is what happened that night. You could question Tina after she had her arms and feet chopped off. Okay. Wouldn't she have died from blood loss? Do we have VA? Okay, we don't. I remember waking up in the car, ... Jack was gone and I could hear someone approaching. Next thing I remember, I was tied to that tree. I was injected with something. Okay, so that means the killer injects them with amphetamines. She was of sound mind to say all this now. I could hear my sister screaming, ... She was screaming for our mum. Oh, Flora. It's really good. It's really good memory for her. This is the kind of thing we did make fun of Jeff the Killer for, where Jeff the Killer was like, "Oh, all right, how are you so eloquent in talking about a near-death experience with Jeffrey Woods?" I don't know. I remember whispering and her face. Oh God, her face. It's gonna be like The Ring. Jump scare. This is a police sketch of the murderer based on Tina's description. Wait. Oh my God, your chin. Hold on a second. A police sketch? Now? When you've got a self-portrait and camera footage? I get doing a police sketch of the scene, but surely you know now. Surely the police know now it was the painter because they painted their victims. You found several paintings. I don't think at this point you need a police sketch. How did the person on the tape get it? But I mean, this is the first production that has a witness, so I think that's it. Okay. So 3 days ago, they were reported missing. When did they find them? A day later, they find the car. Then they find, wait, is this supposed to be a picture? If this was Flora's painting, how did the person running the tape get this? And the murderer was still around. And they were saying this was 2 days ago. I feel like the sense of time here, the sense of time is kind of weird. I need to pay attention of when they're finding this. What does this one say? Nope, 5th tape. That's all it says. Let's do that. I'm just gonna go straight to the next one. Pigs. Sorry, former police officer Ian Ford and his wife May was recently reported missing. When police went to the farm to investigate, they found an awful stench coming from the barn. The music's doing all of the scene setting for me. Inside, they found the brutalized corpse of May Ford. She'd been handcuffed to a pole inside one of the stalls. However, her hands had been ripped right off. Even though her body had been badly mangled, tests showed that she died from internal. I know what happens here. Internal bleeding. There's only one place this is going. I already know. Chat, don't even spoil it for me. A dead horse could be found. Yeah, I know where this is going. The cause of death was heart failure due to a sildenafil overdose. Inside the milk house, police found the bloody mattress. Why is with the music being so droning? Sildenafil citrate was found scattered around the mattress along with used bandages and buckets of penicillin. Someone had been sleeping here for some time. The decapitated head of the Ford's granddaughter was found wrapped in a blanket. Hello? What's with the sound? The head of Fiona Ford.
So no head.
Why is it so loud? Is this meant to be a painting or a photo? I feel like this one's wait, I'm gonna check the description first. Does it just say 6th tape? It just says 6th tape. I'm just gonna squidge this for now. Hang on. I'm just gonna put this there and just like I'm just gonna watch this for myself. So the worst smell came from within the second stall of the barn. Several faces were found nailed to the walls inside the stall. Some of them belonged to previous victims, malformed beyond recognition. All right, this one's really not that deep. It's literally just masks of everyone, by the way. All right, so this right here, this. It looks like it's just masks of them. Are these supposed to be paintings or photos? There was also several decapitated pig carcasses. Is this the painter's lair? In the middle of the stall lay an abnormally large pig. Its belly had been sliced open and then stitched together again. But why would you do that? Stuffed inside the pig carcass, the police found the corpse of Ian Ford. Holy shit, it's like miso. The pig's eyes had been cut out and replaced with the eyes of Fiona Ford. Okay. Inside the tack room, police found the rest of Fiona's body along with several disturbing paintings. So what are the paintings? All right. These paintings depict Fiona, Ian, and May along with an alarming amount of other victims. Be warned. These images may be very distressing. Well, I mean, I guess, thank you for the warning, I guess. Here are the paintings and their titles. Hit me. Breeding Mount May. What? Wet Skin George, okay. The Jigsaw baby, okay? Ian the pit, okay? Ball Isabelle, okay? Hide and seek, okay? I think I'm looking at all of this, I'm like, okay. What is with the noises? Because they kind of feel like it's like spooky month. Observing Paul. Okay, so is this supposed to be, are these tapes supposed to be possessed? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because now I'm like, did the killer make these? I haven't called the number yet. A heavily damaged tape was found in the mud outside the barn. Okay, what did this one say? Even though the tape was almost completely destroyed, police were able to recover some of the footage. This is what was on that tape. Oh my God, is that an Attack on Titan reference? Holy hell! Holy shit, is an Attack on Titan reference. I ain't gonna lie though, why are you bold as why you bold like that? It literally is the Colossal Titan. It's a damn good painting. It's like a cross between Thanos and the Colossal Titan. That's a good painting. That was pigs. What's the point? I guess sometimes the art doesn't have to have a point, but like having this really loud sound throughout the whole tape, it just doesn't really. It has to be the killer making the tapes, right? Or maybe it's the killer digitizing them. It has to be the killer making the tapes. Do you know what I'm gonna say? I feel like all of this would be better in written format. The storytelling is not there as a the storytelling as if this was a creepypasta, I'm gonna say it. I think people would rate this marginally better if it was in written format as a creepypasta or just something you'd find on No Sleep. It being a video doesn't work here. I don't think it does, because even as a video, you can't really imagine if it was written and Urban Spook went out of their way to add stuff into the images, like the metadata, or even like pull a Scott Cawthon and have stuff that will only be showed up if you brighten the image, or a threshold that leads to a QR code and it's a police investigation. There's so many things you could have done better. I feel like what's frustrating, it's the bare minimum. Judging by the quality of the paintings, they can do better than this. They can do way better than this. The edginess, I'm numb to it. I feel like if Urban Spook was more consistent in the presenting style of all the tapes, then this would be a lot better. Because like, what do they learn from this one? The killers killed more victims. Former police officer and his wife were reported missing, and the farm is the lair of the killer. I feel like norm right now, where it's like, this might strike everyone as harsh, but I feel like everyone involved in this story should die. Urban Spook could do so much better with like having the paintings in another narrative. That was pigs. Let's go to Famalamalamalam. All right, here we go. It's so inconsistent. Over the past few days, there have been numerous gruesome murders. Okay, wait, no, sorry. Before I start, I need to see the dates. June 30th, 2023. I really think you should have put a date to this. When was Witness? February. You gotta put a date to this, man. How have they not caught this killer, man? How have they not caught this killer? Urban Spooky better have, in the last two ones that you're gonna do, you better have a very good explanation as to why they haven't caught the killer. The killer better be the one that's archiving these tapes. The killer should have been caught 3 installments ago. Over the past few days, there have been numerous gruesome murder reports. One of the victims was the elementary school teacher, Isabelle Jackson. Isabelle called 911 in the midst of her attack. In the midst. However, the address she provided led the police to a completely different... Huh? The address belonged to a family of 3. Huh? Janice, Paul, and their son Zeke. Interesting. They joked it? Wait. Have I missed something? Was she led there? Hold on. They were expecting a daughter in just a few months, okay? What does this information do for me? If it's reiterating that the killer's fucked up, yeah, we know. Right outside their home, police found the bloodied garden shear. What awaited the police inside the house was so shocking and repulsive that one of the officers requested a period of leave from duty the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. Janice and Paul's bodies were found in the kitchen, both ruthlessly executed. The fetus had been violently cut out from Janice's stomach. Okay, I've seen that shit in Bone Tomahawk. I think, no, they didn't do that in Bone Tomahawk. It was one of the S. Craig Zala movies. Janice was then strangled to death with the umbilical cord. I swear this has been in a horror movie. Wait, no. I swear this has been in a horror movie. Paul was found dead a few feet away from Janice, tied to the kitchen counter with his mouth sewn shut. The fetus was all in pieces, scattered all around the house. Those were the paintings from the previous one. During autopsy, they found the head of the fetus shoved down Paul's throat. He died from asphyxiation, choking on his own unborn daughter. Oh my God. Imagine being like the scientist just doing the autopsy and being like, why? Zeke is still missing. Yeah, but go back to that Isabelle thing. What do you mean the wrong address? Inside the house, there was also a painting. Its title had been painted over except for the word pipes. This is the painting. I mean, as a painting, I guess it's well shaded. Police later managed to track down the real address of Isabelle Jackson, though they were too... But how did you not trace the call back? Maybe the killer like took control of the phone and took them to the wrong address. Because why would Isabelle ever say the incorrect, like, what? The headless body of Bruce Jackson was found right by the open front door. He'd been stabbed in the chest 7 times, or only 7 stab wounds this time. 7. Where one would expect to find his head. A painting lay in its step. This guy's got jokes, huh? Nice rhyme. It was titled Infinite More Bruce. That sounds like, honestly, that's, if it was a fighting game or something, or a boss battle, that shit's a metal name. This is the painting. Now that's paintings you can hear. Isabelle was found murdered inside the bathroom. The lock to the door had been completely destroyed by a hammer drill. Isabelle suffered multiple skull fractures and a hole was drilled directly through a frontal. We saw that in the paintings last time. A rolled up note had been put inside of the hole. The note read, "I live where I can't breathe and I eat without teeth. What am I?" A pivotal clue emerged at the crime scene, unraveling new possibilities in the investigation. These guys fucking suck at investigating. Like, what do you mean a pivotal clue was just found now? The presence of 2 sets of footprints in the blood suggests that there was more than one culprit. The police now firmly believes that whoever's behind these paintings and murders does not work alone. I mean, oh brother, these guys stink! As for why Isabelle gave the address leading to another murder scene, still a mystery. I cannot say what I think. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Isabelle's 911 call stands as one of the most disturbing calls ever recorded. Okay, now question. Is this VA or is it legit? Yes, it's voice acting. All right, let's have a gander. I want to listen. What you're about to hear may be very distressing.
What's the address?
See, that's why, hey, that's why you didn't know the address. You bleeped it out. You bleeped it out, you idiot.
Oh, okay, the police are on their way.
This is good VA.
Do you have somewhere to hide?
I locked myself in the bathroom.
Okay, good. Are you able, do you know they're there?
Yes, please.
Okay, ma'am, the police are on their way. I need you to stay calm for me, okay? What's your name?
Isabelle Jackson.
This is insane VA.
Do you have anything to defend yourself with? The what? Isabelle, do you have anything to defend yourself with?
This is really good.
Okay, listen, stay calm. Are there any windows in your bathroom?
Damn! Whoa! Wait, hold on a second, hold on 1 second. So that was the drill, and then there's no you know what? Yeah, good job. Holy shit, that was that. God damn it, man. Do you know how much harder this would have hit if it said this was an internal tape? I'm gonna, you know what? Okay, with the context, did the person who actually did this pipe up about credit, by the way? The importance of it is what's going to be my point about immersion. We don't even know who did it. This goes to the point that I was going to mention. There's two things about this segment right here. The first thing is that call was really, really good. But then you then start thinking about its place in what's been documented here. And then you think to yourself, oh, this could have been so much better with a better narrative device and better context. Like, you can get the whole disturbing thing about they got murdered and everything. Oh God, it actually kind of makes me really upset that they didn't go for the whole police investigation angle throughout the whole of, you know how much harder this would have hit if it was like, we found this 911 call and it's really, really disturbing. This is what the killer's capable of. We need to take him down, kind of thing. They could have done something so much better. That was good. That was actually creepy. Imagine if the call was an unlisted video. So you had this entire confidential video talking about all the clues and everything. Then the video ended right here. Then there was an unlisted video that was put either as a QR code or something in the description saying we found something extra, or even posted on an in-universe Instagram or in-universe website update. Imagine if this was on a website and said, we found the call. The content of this is really disturbing. Imagine if you had to find this yourself. This would have hit so hard. People would genuinely be like, this is like one of the most effective pieces of horror in ages, because the call is good. But you know how fire it would have been if Urban Spook from the beginning went for that police angle? I'm going to keep repeating it because there are remnants of something good here. That would have been so insane. Imagine a separate website where you had to click randomly. You clicked and then, whoa, why did the website automatically download an MP3 file to my PC? And then you take a listen to it. That would have been such a fire way to fuck with people. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to it again.
What's the address?
How did they not trace the call? I don't work in law enforcement, but I swear all calls are traced. Maybe the police is in with the killer. That right there is why I'm like, Also, we don't have a date on this. If it's analog, you'd assume it's before even like, I think analog stopped being a thing in the UK in around 2009, where everyone was forced to switch to digital. So, I don't know.
Do you have anything to defend yourself with?
That right there, now this right there, this is what makes it.
Listen, stay calm. Everyone around you is in your bathroom.
I really want to know. That is bull of voice acting. This is legitimately. All right. I think it's peaked here. If we're talking just on scares alone, it peaked here. 20-30 seconds where we were like, this is good. Credit where credit is due. That was really good. And it was most importantly creepy. I think the last one is me. I don't like that thumbnail. The last one is meat. The following content may contain graphic or violent. Wait, YouTube are warning for this and not the other ones? I'm gonna squidge and just check something real quick. I only looked at the images. Context, disturbing, but I feel like in this series alone, we've seen worse. Editor's gonna have a whale of a time like censoring on this. Anyway, the first thing I noticed is that, is he actually using tapes? Oh, it still looks like, oh, why didn't the warning? Oh, I thought it was. Over the past week, the number of brutal murders has continued to rise. There's gonna be a point where they're not there. Where there's going to be no one left. When Dr. Fred Baker failed to appear for work, the police conducted a wellness check only to discover him murdered in his own home. According to neighbors, a dog could be heard barking from inside this house the night before the discovery of Fred's body. How has the killer not been apprehended yet? This is even further than Michael Myers. Is this supposed to be American as well? The killer should have been gunned down ages ago. Fred was known to live alone with his cat. He never had a dog. That cat's dead. That cat's dead. As the police entered Fred's house through the breached back door, they were met with a disturbing scene. Evidence of a struggle was discovered in the kitchen. And none of you had guns! All I'm saying is that if it's in America, like, here the police would find a copious amount of silver. So what the killer does is that they drug the victims. It's believed that Fred had been stealing medication from his workplace for quite some time. Fred was lying in his bed with no skin on his head. Why is it just turned into doctors? Imagine if the rest of the video just rhymes. The bedroom floor was littered with used sandpapers. That's literally the scene. Oh, they're going human centipede too. Neither the cat nor any signs of a dog could be detected. Will they find a painting? However, a gruesome painting was found hidden under the bed. All right, here we go. The graphic painting seemed to depict Fred's cat. This is the painting and its foreboding title. No! I mean, the painting's not bad, but the name, no, that's such a... Oh, pocket pussy. That's a name and a half. I think by this point, he probably definitely was doing it on purpose, but pocket puss, like, what? 2 days later, the body of George White was found in his family house. Again, the neighbors reported hearing barking on the night of the attack. Wait, okay, so does the killer have a dog, or is the killer just stealing dogs and... Anyway, the extent of damage to the body made identification nearly impossible. Damn! What did you do? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. All right, here we go. Here's the body. Okay. Holy shit, it's Minnows Prime. Similar to other recent murders, George's face had been cut off. Wait, how many stab wounds? Oh my God! Wait, don't tell me there's a stab wounds. 487! 400! I'd stop counting at like 50. Wait, what else? 4 of the wounds contains traces of seminal fluid. There's no, wait, he what? Are you telling me that he... No way! No, 487 and 4 of them, you were just like, damn! Damn! During autopsy, several photographs were found inside the body of George. Inside the body of George? One of the photos was found tucked inside the heart. The second was discovered inside the intestines. All right, where was the third? Crumpled up inside the pelvis. That's just... Sean, you're trying too hard. Despite the extensive damage to the photos, police were able to successfully restore them. Here are... Okay, all right. Give them to me. Give me the photos. All right, let me see them. Oh, lots of these seem like reaction images. Yeah, but what are the names? Why do they look like that? Bogdanov twins. That's just a remake of The Scream. If you know any of these people. So where was this broadcast? Last night, police dispatchers Sarah Stone and her husband Michael were abducted from their Police You're the popo! You should have a gun! The building's basement hatch had been destroyed from the inside, though the entry had been through the front door. What? Fortunately, Sarah had a security camera installed at her front porch. Oh, you know what? I want to see this. A security camera. The camera footage captures the murderers entering the house of Sarah and Michael Stone, ultimately proving the most damning evidence yet. What you're about to witness is a glimpse of the most violent killers in American history. Give it to me. This is what was on the security camera. I mean, at least they confirmed it was America. So who was that breathing? Ooh. Blender? Painted? Animated? Oh. Oh. Hi. The painting. Wait, is this frame by frame painting? What in the Cam 9B in FNAF? Yo, what's up? Yo. Oh my God. Did you climb over? Wait. Hold on a second. Oh my God. It's Asmund. Wait, hold on. So, like, did the CCTV make that scare sound? Wait, shh.
Get the door. The door.
Wait, did they open the door? It might strike everyone as harsh, but I think everyone involved in this story needs to die. Okay. And then you can hear the screams, and that's it. Wow. And that was meat. And I think that was it for Urban Spook. I've got some stuff I want to say, actually. What is my verdict on it? What did I think of it? Everyone was telling me that this was like an affront to God, and it's like truly offensive. I'm gonna say it right now. This is not the worst like web series type production I've ever seen. After doing this for so long, I 100% have seen worse. This, I cannot say it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not good. This is probably the textbook definition of mid. The ideas were there. The paintings don't look bad. You had stuff like the 911 call. You have remnants of something that could genuinely be really, really good. The plot has completely ruined like the series itself. Is there a plot? All we know is that it's a collection of tapes that whoever the protagonist is found. We don't know who the tapes are for. We don't know who made the tapes. There isn't anything there where I could sit down and be like, I would like to investigate this more, because it feels like we've already answered the questions. This killer is really fucked up and the police somehow haven't apprehended them. The issue with Urban Spook is that whatever the story is and the framing device doesn't work. Now, if let's say we've watched all of it now, do you know what could have been better? Instead of all the titles saying analog horror, I really think Urban Spook shouldn't have done that. Imagine if it just had faces, the lighthouse, in the walls, putting analog horror already paints a target on the series' back, because if you're saying it's analog horror, people would expect utilizing the analog part of analog horror a little bit more. Local 58 used it and used actual tapes to its advantage to have glitches and the fact it ran on the network. We don't know where the tapes were from. Did the killer make the tapes? Did the police make the tapes? Did an independent investigator make the tapes? Is the main character the killer? We don't know. I think that more effort should have been put into fleshing out the general framing device of this entire series. It would work so much better if this was a series of confidential police tapes that they specifically don't want public, because it exposes how useless the police is, how unhinged the killer is. It just kind of felt like, here's a bunch of PowerPoint presentations about people dying. I mean, the paintings look good. This series is a vehicle for the creators' paintings on like Instagram and stuff. But you could kill two birds with one stone by having a narrative like that and also not breaking character. Imagine if you didn't know who was behind the channel. Instead of it saying analog horror, all you saw was a video randomly get recommended to you called Faces. The video begins and says, this video is not meant to be seen outside XYZ, for internal usage only, confidential. Then you go through the contents of the video. Remove everything about the number at the end. If you did that, you have people hooked to see what's next and people are commenting about your paintings. I do not agree with people saying this is the absolute worst thing of all time ever. Now, it's not good. It's not absolutely dogshit terrible, because the ideas are there. You literally saw the call and the paintings themselves. It's just, if I was gonna have a tier list, if S is the best and F is the worst, probably like D, like C or D tier. This is best when it had some form of restraint. You saw it as well, like the security camera, the call. If it has restraint, it would have done so much better. But yeah, that was Urban Spook. If you guys want me to watch more analog horror series, no. I mean, I'm only joking. I'm working on a main channel video about analog horror that's coming out in the near future after the FNAF video. If there's a series you want me to watch, leave a suggestion in the comments down below. I want to know your thoughts about this as well, because again, at the end of the day, it's an opinion. After watching it, I kind of feel like that's it. Really? But yeah, for those of you guys who are watching on the second channel, I guess thank you so much for making it this far. Whoever's editing this video, congratulations on making it this far. I will see you guys in another video.